A very, very exciting announcement that you'll be facing Brock Lesnar, that you've signed for the UFC. The MMA fans the world over will be extremely excited about this. You must be too.
I am as well. My team is excited, UFC is excited. So it's a great development, and yeah, what can I say? I'm all pumped up.
Thing is, as well, it's come in the week when it's been announced that UFC has just signed a 7-year deal with the Fox network, obviously taking, certainly in America for now, taking the UFC brand onto mainstream television. You know, it must be fantastic to be involved in this time when the heavyweights are really going to be put on the main frame in the sporting world.
A very exciting time, and timing-wise, it seems it could not have been a better timing. And for me, it's just logical next step. I mean, I was no longer fighting in Strikeforce anymore. Japan was a little bit on the decline lately. I already was champion there. I already had, one of my goals was to become K1 champion. I already achieved that goal. UFC belt is regarded as the highest belt out there, so for me it's a logical next step, and timing-wise I could say it's just a great time.
Have there been talks ongoing for a long time behind the scenes?
Well, we've been talking for the last couple of weeks, and of course there was a little beef going on. Well, they resolved their differences, they found common ground, a platform which they could start negotiations. And yeah, they slowly work towards the deal. I heard already in the last couple of weeks that it was becoming positive talks. My future I wasn't really worried about because I have a good record. I am a 3-time world champion. I'll always fight somewhere, you know. But yeah, and then slowly it came towards the deal, and yeah, today's the big day.
When you came into the UFC offices today, was the deal already signed?
It was finalized but not signed.
Did you know before today Brock Lesnar would be the first opponent?
Well, yeah. His camp wanted to do it, and we wanted to do it, so that would be the first fight.
I think it's a great fight for you against Brock Lesnar, who's obviously become a great star in the organisation, and has achieved great things already, and obviously has holes in his game that I'm sure you feel you must be able to exploit.
Definitely. I mean, Brock is a very strong guy, big guy, excellent takedowns, excellent wrestling. But I see myself as better rounded, better striker. But you know, that's the nice thing about the sport. It can go either way. I mean, I'm not sure if I would still be standing if Brock hits me clean on the chin.
But obviously, you're not going to let him, yeah?
But that's the nice thing about sport. It can go either way. And I especially have the feeling with Brock because he's an unpredictable, strong, explosive guy. It's just going to be an exciting fight. I'm excited.
You were the missing piece in the jigsaw puzzle, in a sense. Now we genuinely have the best heavyweights in the world all together in the UFC. It's very exciting. There are so many great matchups for you in the UFC. We could end up with finally a European heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Pretty exciting, right?
Yeah.
And even I was born in England. I have like half British nationality.
We will be claiming you as British, don't you worry about that. The fight's the end of the year. Will you go pretty much straight into training camp in a couple of weeks?
Well, I'm already keeping my shape up. I have some sparring partners with me, but yeah, basically I'm going to head to Tokyo after I have a PR tour there, television tour. Then I'll head into my 100% training schedule.
Did you always feel this would come about?
I did see the UFC as a place that I would eventually end up in. Yes, that's correct. But of course, you never know. You can injure yourself. You can get hit by a truck. My experience that a lot of things change in the fighting scene. But I did actually see it. I would end up in the UFC eventually.
There's another big heavyweight fight coming up on the 12th of November, the first fight on Fox, and it's going to be between Junior Dos Santos and the incumbent UFC champion Cain Velasquez. Can you give me a little analysis of that fight and how you pick in that contest?
Well, it's going to be a very well-rounded fight, a very exciting fight. You have two fighters who are well-rounded, excellent striking. You know, it's going to be hard to make a prediction, but I think form of the day will be a decisive factor. I think strategy will be a decisive factor. It can go either way. It can really go either way. And it depends on those two factors. factors what I said, game plan and form of the day, well-rounded, evenly matched, I would give a 50-50.
And I'm sure it's only going to be exciting times ahead.